Gentlemen, FlingGolf fanatics around the world, are you ready? Welcome to the show that kicks in the door to the biggest World League FlingGolf season yet. This is WLF Unleashed with the Hardcore Harveys, the official podcast of the 2026 World FlingGolf League Pro Tour. We're diving headfirst into the 2026 season, from the 4 major tournament events that define champions, to the regional battles where legends are born, to international pride on the line in the Britain's Cup. You want the inside scoop on WLF? We've got player interviews, venue breakdowns, and exclusive updates straight from the WLF commissioner himself. But we don't stop there. Whether you're chasing a title or chasing your first perfect fling, we're bringing you tips, techniques, and proven practice strategies to level up your game. Every throw, every round, every time. This is more than a show. WLF Unleashed is the heartbeat of the tour, the voice of the players, and the home of FlingGolf fans everywhere.
All right, guys, welcome to an unexpected episode of WLF Unleashed. I am your host, Hardcore Harvey, and we are here tonight to do a recap of the 2026 kickoff to the WLF season, the regional event down in Texas, the Texas Two-Step Open, and we've had an incredible day. We've been watching the leaderboard all day long, seeing what was happening down there. So we've got some of the players that are in contention for the Texas Two-Step Open championship. They're going to join us. So really looking forward to talking to them. But yeah, what a day down there. Looks like the weather was pretty good from the sounds of it the first half of the round. Then the wind might have kicked up later on in the day. But some unbelievable scoring for the first event of the year. I mean, the Hootman came out and went birdie, birdie, birdie on the first 3 holes and just lit it up and jumped to the top of the leaderboard. And then at some point then, out of nowhere, the unknown amateur, the Texas Gunslinger, Todd Naff, came out of nowhere and claimed the first round lead from the Hootman. So we're going to get to talk to him as well. And then we've got WLF Pro also. Jake Island Hopper is going to join us also. He's currently in the 3rd place position. And then we're going to get the special opportunity to talk to a couple ladies that are competing in the women's division. We're going to get to talk to Mamacita herself. She's currently, I believe, leading after round 1. And also the unknown, the Hootman's wife, Joy Hooter, out of nowhere, actually had the lead for most of the first round. And then had a little hiccup towards the end, sitting in 2nd place right now in the women's division. So we have a lot of cool stuff to talk about. So we're going to jump into this. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring on the Hootman himself, that he can help talk us through the first round. And so let's everybody welcome the one, the only, the Hootman. Oh, hold on, Hootman. I got to unmute you. My fault.
What's up, Jeff?
There we go, Hootman.
How's it going?
Should we call you Tiger Woods?
No, don't call me that.
I mean, good night, dude. Like, I was just jumping on for fun at the beginning of the round this morning just to kind of see if the scores had even, started posting yet. And bam, 3 under.
Yeah, real hot start.
Daggone, man. You came out of the gates like, would you just have a hole-in-one?
No hole-in-one. Just some birdies. I felt like Rory, where he went, was it the Masters? He goes 3, 3, 3, 3. So, no, you get lucky on the first one and chip in, and then you go, all right, well, maybe I can do something. And, it helps, though, if you put it right next to the hole. That certainly makes it easier.
I mean, yeah, if you can limit your putts over 6 feet, that's That's huge.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good day. A lot of fun out there.
All right, so you came out to a super hot start. So let's back up a little bit. I'm way ahead of myself because I was so excited to see you get out to a hot start. I'm not going to lie, I actually refreshed Golf Genius a couple of times to make sure it wasn't a glitch, but it kept saying
I appreciate the faith you have in me.
Well, the time was like I didn't know whether you guys had even actually started yet. Like, so I was kind of like not sure. But anyway, so you came out to a super hot start. So tell us about the venue a little bit leading up to this morning. What happened yesterday? A little bit backtrack for us, and then we will catch up with you coming out of the shoot 3 under.
Well, I'm sitting out here. It's sitting out here behind me. I'm here at the clubhouse, and basically you've got no trees and lots of water. So whatever wind is there, you feel it, and you also have higher humidity, which seems to impact the ball a little bit more with regard to left or right, whichever way the wind's pushing.
Yeah.
So it seems to really impact that a little bit more, and maybe the folks up in Delaware are used to that. But the 100% humidity down here, that's like swimming. So I guess that's probably what it is. You're actually throwing underwater.
Nice.
And no, the course is great, man. They've got 36 holes out here, plus a par 3 that's lit up, and a large driving range. This place is packed. I mean, they've got a lot of people playing.
Yeah, you guys were showing me behind you with your camera there. I mean, that place is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really nice, and you can tell like this is a place that everybody goes down here in Corpus.
Nice.
Dylan did a real great job of putting us on out here, and he's putting on a great show for us. Real welcoming.
Nice, man. All right, so yesterday you guys, did you play practice round or pro? Like, did you do something? What'd you do yesterday?
Yeah, we had a little practice round. It was a real good outing out there, and not as windy as today, but still real slow play. I mean, we're talking like 5-hour round. I think today was like 5.5.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
I know how much you like that.
It's one of my favorite things. You're right. I really don't want to be anywhere but the course. So like, if we could stretch this to 7 hours, it'd probably be really good for me.
Just daylight to dark, man.
Yeah, just the whole time, sun up, sun down.
All right, so you got, who did you play with today?
Today was Gary Mullins out of Denver. So this is his first soiree into a FlingGolf event. He's been playing about 5 months. Real solid, real super nice guy. Tommy Voyhas out of St. Louis. And he's played a couple events. Got injured last year with his thumb and didn't have an opportunity to play the rest of the season. Made a quick recovery, faster than anticipated. He's out here. Had a really good front nine, and I think he'll do a little bit better on the back nine tomorrow. And then lastly, I played with Brian Albers, who's out of Houston, also kind of new to the sport, but him and his brother both came up to make the trip down to Corpus to play.
Nice. So you guys got off about what time this morning? Your time there?
9:40 was the first tee time.
Nice. All right, man. So you guys get out there, get taken off. You go birdie. So what kind of, after you settled in, I mean, you keep it rolling, or did you run into any trouble, or like how'd the rest of your round go?
Yeah, I mean, you settle in and hope to keep making some putts. Fortunately, they were rolling in today. I ended up bogeying hole 5, come back with a birdie, hit another birdie immediately thereafter, made some putts. I think Dylan's grandson, he was filming some stuff out here, and I said, hey, you're going to want to make sure you get this on film. And and I think it was like a 35-footer, rolled it in right to left break, and just
on cue.
It was great. He was pumped. He was probably more fired up than I was. Yeah.
Well, I got to get that video for the. I got to get.
Yeah, we got to have that footage. Yeah, I wish I could have provided it to you, but it wasn't my phone.
Well, listen, I'm going to bring up the leaderboard here real quick.
Okay.
So you're still on the screen also. So there we can see we got Todd Naff, the Texas gun. Yeah, get real close. We got Todd Naff, the Texas Gunslinger, at -6, and you at -5, and then Island Hopper at +3. So will you guys then get to play together tomorrow? What's tomorrow's setup look like?
Yeah, I think I know for sure those top three are going to play together tomorrow, which will be a lot of fun. I like playing with Todd and Jake. The fourth spot, I think, without there being any scheduling conflicts, could either be Johnny Sands or Tommy. I think Tommy because of the score, but the word on the street he might have a plane to catch, but we'll see.
Okay.
And we'll go out there and have a good time.
All right. So one of the big things that you and the Gunslinger and myself have kind of talked about for several weeks leading up to this event is the potential for wind. How much factor, if any, was the wind today, and what do you see coming tomorrow?
No, wind definitely played a role. You've got, like I said, I mean, there's balls that throwing and you think you're going to be right on the stick, and it pushes it 10 yards right to left.
Wow.
Today was 15 mile an hour winds. I think gusts of like 20, maybe sustained of 10 to 13, something like that. Tomorrow, peak wind tonight is like 40 miles an hour.
40?
Yeah, in the morning it's on the way down, so we're hoping that it comes down to like
38.
Yeah, like 37 would be good. No, we're hoping it'll probably be sustained at like 20 with gusts into 30, and that's going to be interesting to see what the scores do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably not as low, I wouldn't think.
So I saw you mention something in one of your comments on the message board. We were talking. You said there was a lot of water.
A lot of water. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
they got little lakes all over the place.
Every hole, or like?
Yeah, there's water pretty much either lining a hole or in the middle of a hole or coming into the fairway. In fact, on 10, they've got at Doglegs right, and in practice round, I didn't think anything. They've got an embankment left to right, and I hit that with a little bit of a fade practice round. It's great. I was like 80 yards out from the pin. And today, I didn't throw as much fade, and it hit that hill, went right over the top of it, and I didn't know there was water behind there, right, because I've never been in that water. And lost the ball.
In the water?
Oh, yeah, gone forever.
Oh, dang. So now you're dropping.
Yeah, so took a drop and made a real tough bogey putt to keep it from bleeding out a little more than that.
Any double bogeys on the card today?
None.
Oh,
None.
That's a good round.
It's pretty good. I mean, I thought 8 birdies was doing something, but yeah, you're right. No doubles is good.
Eight birdies.
Yeah. I left one out there for you too, so could have been a heck of a day.
Even though you had 3 bogeys, is 8 birdies? Is that your best in a competitive round? Number of birdies?
For sure.
So what do you think the difference is? Why you just played well today? The course set up for you, or?
Yeah, I think the ball just rolled in. Like you just happen to put it a little closer, or happen to make a putt that usually either lips out or you're close to it. So they rolled my way today. That's all I think the difference is.
So listen, man, that's 8 birdies without the Reggie rule.
Yeah.
Dude, that's incredible. That's incredible.
It was a good time.
I mean, that might be the round of the year.
Oh, well, we still got a long way to go on the year.
Listen, one of these times I'm going to get you to say something. I'm going to get you to say something like, yeah, you're right. It was the greatest round of all time.
Well, if we get to December 31st and it was the greatest round of the year, I'll tell you.
So, okay, what do you think a good score is tomorrow, knowing what you're facing and the conditions with the wind? What do you think it's going to take tomorrow?
I think probably. I mean, if you can go even tomorrow in the wind, that's probably a great round. Okay. Realistically, I think I would expect a +4.
Really? That big a swing?
I mean, you can take a great ball and it go completely haywire on you. Not to mention putting in the wind like that. So, who knows? We might be surprised. Come back with another -5.
Dude, that would be. Then maybe you would say, hey, this was pretty good. It's pretty good back.
That would be a pretty good back-to-back day. No doubt.
All right, man. Well, listen, good luck tomorrow. And,
I appreciate it.
you're one off of the Gunslinger.
Yeah. Let me get. I'll get signed out and get him signed in.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Let's do that. Let's do that right now, if you don't care.
All
And
right.
we'll. Good luck tomorrow. We'll be following along.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for having me on. We'll talk soon.
Take care. Thanks, man.
All right, bye.
All right, guys. So that was the Hootman, Jacob Hooter, and had a great round today. 8 birdies. I mean, that's not even any Reggies. Like, that's just, I can't tell you how difficult that is. That's a great round. That's a great round with Reggies, let alone without any Reggies. Now, again, of course, he had the bogeys on there, so he finished -5 total. But great round, but not the best round of the day. So we are going to now bring on and get the opportunity to talk to the man of the hour, the unknown gun, the man that everybody's going to get to know, the one, the only, the Texas Gunslinger, Mr. Todd Naff. What's up, sir?
What's cooking, man?
Man, out of nowhere, the unknown soldier comes to the battlefield and just shows everybody what's up day one with a -6 leading away by 1.
It happens. Things happen.
All right, so I mean, obviously we all want to play with confidence, but did you think coming out today you were looking at a 6-under round?
Probably not. Honestly, it was more I'm going to go enjoy the day and try to throw balls in the fairway and hit some greens and roll some putts and see if something will go in. And few went in. So
well, listen, man.
Pretty good day.
You're kind of the new face and the new name to FlingGolf right now. We got the pleasure of playing with you at the Hooter Invitational. First time I got to see you in person. Talked to you a lot online on the phone, but incredible player. So tell us a little bit about your background that kind of led you up to FlingGolf, and a little bit of some of the things I think make you a really, really good player.
Well, background, grew up kind of playing all the sports. Always just kind of had a knack for sports that had a ball, and ended up playing baseball and basketball in college, and then got drafted as a pitcher by the Padres a long time ago now. So have grown up throwing balls, and I always would say, like, there's a point in the golf course where I was playing traditional golf where if they would just let me start throwing it from here, I would be really good. And so I stumbled onto the All-Star Skills Challenge one night not this past January, but the January before. Okay. And I saw people throwing golf balls, and I'm like, man, my dream has come true. I could do something where I get to throw the ball. And so I really just, I just try to translate pitching, throwing into a FlingGolf motion, and try to make that work. So.
Well, listen, man, there is no doubt. Let me bring up here. I'm going to bring up your round today with the 6-under, and just want you to kind of walk us through what led to your 6-under round today. We talked about the Hootman got off to a scorching start, birdie, but you didn't get to play. You didn't get to play with Hootman today, did you?
I did not. Dell kind of spread some of us that he felt like maybe we're going to score better with some other folks who hadn't played as long or whatever, so they could kind of see what we do on the course and how we do it and all that, which I thought was a cool idea to play out during the round. But yeah, tomorrow we'll get to ride around together and enjoy the 25-mile-an-hour winds together.
Yeah, So tell us how your round went. You started off. How'd you start off? Where did you kind of pick up momentum? And what do you think some of the reasons were that you were able to put together a 6-under round today?
Yeah, so course starts out with a couple of what I would call like shorter par fours that are like 265 to 285. I was kind of listening to Jacob, and there's just water everywhere, and if you don't throw it in the right place, even when it's a shorter hole, like you can find yourself in a bad spot really quick. And I was able to kind of take advantage of some length on some of those longer, shorter par fours. Definitely number 2 and 3, where I mean honestly, I was kind of on the fringe on one off the tee, and like five yards maybe off on another one, which just left me a nice little sidecar up, and had 2-3 foot, little tap in kind of birdies that kicked things off for sure really well. And then got some par fives and was able to use some distance to get good looks into those that really just set you up with shots that you just feel really comfortable about getting the ball closer to the hole, where you have just a great version of a birdie putt that you feel really good about.
So listen, he's not going to say it because I can't get him and the Hootman to say anything controversial. So, but this guy right here, the Texas Gunslinger, he can flat out bomb it. Like we at the Hooter Invitational, we had one hole, we had a long drive hole, and I think he kind of felt sorry for the rest of us, but he threw it out there, just a relaxed 272 at the Hooter Invitational. And I know that in he and I's private conversations, that I know he's thrown it 295 to a par 4 when he's played other courses. So this guy can throw it almost 300. It's insane to watch him throw it. But he's not gonna brag about it, but I'm gonna brag for him because it's incredible to watch him throw a golf ball with a fling stick. And I'm going to say right now on Unleashed that he's going to be the first guy to throw it over 300 yards.
I hope that's true. That definitely is a pursuit that I'm on.
Exactly. All right. So your distance definitely helped you today.
Yep.
What do you think? What do you think the second strongest part of your game was today for the 600 round?
Yeah, usually I'm better from 100 than 70, and I had a couple 70 to 90s today that I also threw into, didn't throw them stiff, but threw them in like a 8 to 10 foot range that gave me a really good look at a putt, and was able to roll a couple in of those as well, and so that helped keep things going. Made a couple bogeys, but seemed to just respond afterward with a good shot at the right time to kind of get things back onto the rails, and felt like it was kind of just stabilizing the round again into a good place. So that definitely helps. Always good to, always feels good to bounce back after bogey.
All right. So obviously the elephant in the room that everybody can see is the wind tomorrow. It's supposed to be 30-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow. Like, what do you think you will do differently, or what are you looking at your strategy for tomorrow, given that type of wind?
Yeah, I think it's going to set me up to be able to really attack downwind. And if I can just take advantage of those downwind holes, par fours or par fives, to just get as nice a look into the green as possible, and then execute on those, it'll be good. But the bigger advantage, though, maybe into the wind, where if I can really like keep my trajectory under control and keep things down, and get the ball speed to translate on a good trajectory, then I can kind of get myself into places that it's tough for other people to get to have 130 in instead of 160 in, and that over the course of a day that'll add up a lot. So That's going to be the kind of the plan. Just control trajectory, and when it's downwind, like just let it rip and see what happens.
Listen, you might be the first guy to ever drive a par 5 and 1 tomorrow with the wind. Downwind.
Well, I don't know about that, but
downwind.
If I'm staring at a few 150s or 130s into a couple par 5s, I won't be mad about that either.
Exactly. Well, listen, man, great job today. Congratulations on a fantastic round 1 of your very first World League FlingGolf event coming out of the gates. So you're definitely your name's on the map. If anybody didn't already know you, they know you now. So are we going to see you at some other events, or is this just kind of going to be you going to kind of do the Texas thing? And what's your plan?
Yeah, I haven't really gotten settled on a schedule for the rest of the year, so still working on that. If something else pops up in Texas, obviously that makes it a lot easier. But yeah, we'll have to see on the rest of the season.
I got you. And is that an official Texas Gunslinger hat?
That's it. It's the official logo.
Look at that. That's awesome, man. That is fantastic. That's custom?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, Todd, thank you for spending a few minutes with us, man. Appreciate you. If you can kind of get Island Hopper headed that way, and
we'll do.
We're going to talk with him, and good luck tomorrow, man.
Appreciate you, brother. See you.
All right, guys. So that was the Texas Gunslinger, Todd Naff, coming out in his very first event and shooting a tasty 6 under in tough conditions. And again, if you ever get a chance, hope everybody gets a chance to see him play. He can flat out bomb it off the tee. So he's definitely a super quality player for the World League FlingGolf, or World FlingGolf League. So we're hoping to bring on Island Hopper here next and talk to him and see about how his round went. But again, they're facing some tough conditions tomorrow, coming out with the 30-mile-an-hour winds. I'm not sure you can just kind of grasp how much that affects the golf ball. The wife and I went out and played today here in West Virginia, and we had just a few gusts of 15, 17-mile-an-hour winds while we were playing. And there was a couple par 3s where I threw the ball extra high just for it would stop on the green, and we both could just see it blowing across the right side of the green, clear off to the left side of the green. So the wind's going to play a huge factor in tomorrow's round, I think. So I'd be anxious to see whether we can maintain the under par rounds tomorrow that we saw today. I know in the Masters division also for the championship today, they had. Let me grab it real quick here. We can take a look at their scores. Yeah, let me bring that up. Bear with me here. And there we go. All right. So here in the Masters division, we've got French Scott, and we've also got the tournament director, Delwyn O'Kelly, tied at the top of the Masters leaderboard at +7. And I do know from looking at the scorecards earlier in the day that there was a good while that French Scott was at -1 for a good part of his first round. So I think I could tell based on scorecards when the wind picked up, because I saw everybody get out to a really hot start this morning, and then it seemed like after that the scores kind of stalled. It wasn't that people played worse, but it was you could definitely tell that something was going on with the scores. So we got that there. So it looks like we've got Island Hopper ready to join us. So we're going to bring him on here. So ladies and gentlemen, the man that's on the cover of the FlingGolf website, the one and the only, the Island Hopper, Jake Anderson. So Thanks for being with us, brother.
How you doing? How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. The question is, how are you doing? I mean, we talked before the show. You guys drove 20 hours to get to this event because I'm like, hey, when did you fly in? He's like, we didn't fly. And I'm like, holy moly. So 20-hour road trip. Here you are, round one. You're in third place. You're sitting at +3. So tell us about your day and how things went out there.
It's really been a super interesting day for me. I mean, I didn't kill it. I don't think I really did too bad, but it's a lot of what happened on the back nine for a lot of people didn't affect me too bad. I think, I was +1 on the front nine. I was +2 on the back nine, ending up with a +3. Really would have loved to drain some kind of birdie putt today. I couldn't hit a single one. Unfortunately, I was training really great par putts, which is, in most cases not so bad. But this Texas boys, they're really putting on a show over here. So I don't know. I need a miracle tomorrow. I'm going to play as hard as I can, and I'm just going to try to put on a show tomorrow if something can be fun. But it should be a fun round tomorrow, regardless of the conditions or anything. And I'm really excited to be here.
So I'm gonna take you back about 4 months or whatever. So last event of last season, you had a fantastic event. You led a good part of the event there at San Diego Open. Here you are back. You're in third. You're still in striking distance again. It's almost like they're at the end of last season and now over the winter. Your game has got really consistent. You've got a lot of consistency. Like, how would you describe it? Do you feel like that's true, or you feel like you just got hot a couple times?
No, I think that's true. I've been playing a lot more. The Mamacita has been dragging me out to the course whenever she can to really put the fire underneath me and getting us out there and playing, because I won't lie, we have not had a bad winter over in San Diego and California in general. So these courses are looking great. Conditions are probably a little bit different over here because of the wind, but it really is no excuse. If you're a great player, you adapt, you know what's going on. And I think that was something that I did pretty good today. I made, like I said, the putting really wasn't bad, but it was just some missed opportunities here and there. And, it's always interesting how you can see your game change in a different environment.
So and you're one of the OGs. Like, I feel like you're one of the FlingGolf OGs. Like, whenever I hear people telling stories, like, I've not heard a story yet that doesn't involve island hopper. So I think you've been there from like day one. Like, how would you describe where FlingGolf started to where like it is now?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, when we first started the tour, I started playing FlingGolf about 6 months before we had the actual tour. And the first ever WLF event was in Delaware, Lewis, Delaware, at the amazing American Classic. And it was just kind of these collection of people from all different backgrounds. I mean, I don't know if people know a lot about me, but I don't have a lacrosse background. I don't have a baseball background. A little bit of tennis. I used to be an amateur skateboarder, so like really kind of out of the box. So, and that's how it was for a lot of people. I mean, some people come from lacrosse, some people are former golf pros or are golf pros, but now we're just seeing that expanded. We're seeing that same kind of storyline in a lot of different areas. The people I was playing with now or today, former lacrosse player, person that never even been on a golf course before right. Today. And now I believe David Valle, he goes on the golf course with his wife, but now he's in fourth place at this tournament. And just to go on a slight tangent, there's really strong play that was seeing out of people today that, I don't know, like at a regional tournament, it was a little unexpected, but man, they were playing so great today, and it was just been super fun. So that's what's really cool to see with the sport going from sort of a collection of small places to these little pockets that are just growing and growing and growing.
All right, so Lonnie Gaither says, I was grouped up with Island Hopper Day. His game was really consistent all the way around. Is that pretty accurate?
Yeah. I not to toot my own horn, but I'm not at the top, but yeah, I was very consistent today. Lonnie, I think the only thing with Lonnie, he just had a couple bad breaks today, but I think Lonnie knows what he has to do tomorrow, and he can make a run tomorrow, because honestly, Lonnie was very consistent too in a lot of ways, and I can't wait to see him up on a podium wearing all his orange tomorrow.
Nice. So do you feel like from when you started playing World League FlingGolf till now, like, has the caliber of play overall, like, has it caused you guys that were kind of the original players to also kind of have to do basically hone your skills also? Or do you feel like where you were and where you are now is fairly close, or do you feel like you've definitely gotten better?
I mean, I probably go through a bit more peaks and valleys than a bit more people. I can make excuses, whatever it may be. I got to fly to most tournaments across the country. Like, I got to go through, a bit more trials and tribulations with, dealing with time zones and everything. But, I feel like I'm at a consistent point right now. I want to bump that up a little bit more. There's definitely some things today that I saw with my putting and my sidecars. A lot of my approach shots, even with all this wind we've been having, were I feel like fairly decent, but I need to be more in control with my putts and the different putting conditions that we have. I would say that the putting greens over here are a little irregular. We'll just say that. Right. So you just gotta, get that in your head. Hey, this is probably going to roll a little bit differently than I think. Is it soft? Is it fast? Is it going to do this or that? So, that's what I think. I think if you put in enough time and effort when you're going through your FlingGolf journey, don't get discouraged. I mean, there's some people out there, this is their first regional, and it's your first tournament. You might have a higher score than you think, but this course was no joke. I'm sorry, but they put up a belt buckle up for grabs, and the Texans went crazy. They just they wanted that belt buckle like crazy. Okay, so that's why the scores were so low. But I really enjoyed seeing all the scores throughout the day. I'm not one of those kind of people that just like, I never want to see. I would like to see where I am so I can, make a run, get more aggressive and everything.
Well, listen, we all know the wind is the great equalizer. So you guys are facing some serious wind issues tomorrow. So, like, what do you think? Because I feel like with the wind tomorrow, I don't feel like you're out of it at all. I feel like it could turn the tides completely in the wind. Like, what do you feel like you have to do differently tomorrow with the conditions that you're about to face to maybe get yourself back in contention?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I never want to see anybody, have a bad day and then, I can take advantage of it. But, there's a lot of things that I've learned over the years where wind and even temperature can be a big deal in my game. A lot of wind. I'm a big low to high guy. I launch a low to high 100, 120 yards. But if I see that wind coming left to right or right to left, I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to keep it lower. I'm going to try to get it right up on the green and not be as aggressive with my low to high, which is, a pretty strong point of my game. Really going to emphasize how much wind is coming at me when I'm putting. It's that windy over here. It's going to affect your putt. Literally, I don't know if Hooter talked about it, but at one point, he needed 3 people behind him to block the wind while he was putting because he couldn't even place his ball down. Wow. So it's affecting more than just approach shots, drives, and everything. It's affecting a lot of that. But just tune your game down, be confident in your game. Just make sure that you're not second guessing as much as you want, and just pay attention to honestly what other people are doing in your group too. If you can see a line, see that line. If you can see how someone's ball is going from left to right or right to left, take advantage of that. There's nothing wrong with that. And
absolutely.
be consistent with your game, and it pays off. Like I said, striking distance for me, kind of, but we're looking to do something really good. I didn't drop any birdies today, unfortunately. I'm going to try to drop them early tomorrow and see what I can do.
All right, man. Well, listen, great luck to you tomorrow. Hopefully you can get yourself back in the mix. I feel like with the wind, if anybody is around even or 1 or 2 under, that's going to be a great day. And you just never know, bounce here, bounce there, and you're right back in it. So good luck tomorrow. Thank you for taking the time to be with us and jump on this interview. And we are going to actually, once we take you off, if you can bring either Mamacita or Joy, whichever one's available, I want to talk to the ladies about their round today. Is that cool?
Yeah, I'll go see if I can snag them. They're running around here and there, so I'll snag them and try to get them on as soon as I can.
Island Hopper, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, but all right, guys, that was Island Hopper, Jake Anderson, currently setting in third place at +3. You've got the Hootman at -5 and the Texas Gunslinger at -6. So those are the 3 front runners for the men's division tomorrow. So we are we're going to anxious to see what happens again in that wind. But we also have a dogfight in the women's division. We've got the mainstay, the legend of the women's fling golf community, Mamacita, is currently, I believe, in setting in first place. And then we've got another newcomer, Joy Hooter, happens to be the wife of the Hootman, and she is sitting in second place, nipping at Mamacita's heels. So we have a real dogfight in the women's division for tomorrow. So we're going to hopefully get them on here and chat with them about their day today and what's coming up tomorrow. So we're getting them on here right now. Hopefully soon. I see somebody. Who we got? All right, looks like we're going to have Joy. We're going to have Joy Hooter. So here, we're getting ready to bring her on. Are you ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Joy Hooter to the show. Yeah. It's her first appearance on WLF Unleashed. But if she keeps playing the way she played today, it's not going to be her last appearance on WLF Unleashed. And I know that as my wife and I were out playing today, we're glued to the leaderboard when we realized that you and Rosie were in a battle. So we kept checking about every hole we played. We checked Golf Genius to see where you guys were. So Joy, congratulations on a great day one.
Thanks.
So just tell us about your round.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Just kidding. It's honestly the practice round yesterday and the round today is probably the best round I've ever had. I've been playing more and more, and it's certainly showing, which is good. I felt more confident. It was tough, honestly. And Rosie and I were neck and neck almost every time, and then she'd have a good hole, and then I'd have a good hole, and we just would kind of go back and forth. But it was a lot of fun.
So, as a new women's player, because obviously you've played a couple rounds with me and my wife also. So, what do you feel like for a new women's player? What are some of the things you feel like have been the biggest things for you to overcome or get better at to be able to get to where you're competitive?
Sure. So I think the biggest thing that's helped me is not trying to shoot for par. I know that sounds really dumb, but this is actually something Jacob taught me to do. He's like, hey, if you can shoot for bogey golf, then when you get a par, it feels like a birdie. And I think that sort of just helped my mindset. And today and yesterday I actually made actual birdies, so not what we're coining joy birdies, but I think it's just taking the mental part away. Like I'm not having to worry about getting it in the cup in a certain amount of time because I always get an extra in theory. Right. And then I end up putting it in when I need to. So that's been the biggest thing for me. We've have a couple of things we've been saying the last couple of days. strategy over ego. So like make sure you put it where you need to put it instead of trying to get it over the water when you really don't have the strength to do it or whatever. Just being more strategic about where we're placing things. That's been helpful as well.
Is that hard for you? Because I know I've got someone sitting in the other room that wants to seem like I can make it. Is that hard for you also?
Yes. Yeah, I would say I went for it yesterday, and let's just say I didn't go for it today, and it paid off. So
I got you. So we kind of approach it very similar because, like, for her, if it's a par 72, the reality is I want her to shoot 90. Like I just want her to be bogey golf every hole, 18 over, and then anything better than that is a bonus.
Right. Agreed.
All right. So what did you struggle with today? Did you have some struggles in any particular area, or?
I think you know that I did.
That's not what I meant. Overall.
No. So I think it was when I get tired, period. That's when I start to get a little sloppy. I probably need to eat more consistently. I had a couple of really excellent holes that I was very pleased with. And then I had a few, I think we all do, that just kind of gave me deja vu of when I first started. It's just getting tired. But the one thing I struggled the most with today was angles and hills. So on hole 17, that was probably my worst hole of the day. And I came out too far right, and then I had to chip it up, and it was downhill, and then it was back and forth. I just kept putting right past the cup. So I would line it up and thinking it was going to break, and then it wouldn't. And then I would think, oh, it's going to go straight, and then it would break. And so I just had a really hard time reading that particular green for whatever reason. It was a hard placement.
So it's funny you say that because my wife and I were actually at dinner, and we were looking at Golf Genius, and I said, I really think, if I'm guessing, I think Joey got tired because I looked at 15, 16, 17, and 18 on your scorecard, and it was like bogey, a lot of bogeys. And then, but yeah, it's I like it because that's kind of what you just said, and like I think that you can kind of look and see that lines up with your actual scorecard that you were getting tired. And if you can eliminate the double bogeys, then you're going to have an amazing round.
Yeah. I went into it today saying no triples, and I didn't get any triples, just one quadruple.
I didn't bring it up. I didn't bring it up.
No, it's okay. It's all I've been thinking about since we ended. But I'm going to be a goldfish, and it's a new day tomorrow. So
ladies and gentlemen, when she says quadruple, that means she got a 9. All right. So speaking of tomorrow, are you one back? Is Golf Genius correct, or is it how? What?
No, I'm 5 back off Rosie. It got put in wrong on Golf Genius. So,
okay. So you're 5 back. A lot of wind tomorrow. Like
a lot of wind.
What do you feel like you have to do differently tomorrow? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna need to read the wind, I think. So when it's at my back, use it to my advantage, and when it's coming at me, I need to make sure that I don't that I give it juice. Is what I'm trying to say. So reading the wind. So all right. Well, listen. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for jumping on here. So also want to ask you one more question. Like, what is your plans for the rest of 2026? Like, are you going to be at some other events, or what is your WLF schedule look like, Joy Hooter?
My current next stop is Cape and Springs. That's the only one set in stone. I have a really great doubles partner lined up, and her name is Taylor Harvey.
We're working on her being really good.
She is really good. Just refining. That's currently the only one on the docket for me at the moment. I hope to be able to go to more, but it's just kind of tricky to get away.
Yeah. So a little backstory, folks, real quick. I'm going to go off on a tangent just for a second. But the reason that Joy, do you have a FlingGolf nickname, by the way?
Not really. No, we kind of go back and forth. I'm working on it. I'll get something set in stone, right? I've gotten, Hooters girl, Hoot girl.
Ooh, Hooters
I
girl.
don't know. We'll see.
All right. So anyway, I digress. So the backstory is the Hootman and I played with our wives at the doubles event in Virginia. And when we left that event, I think our wives got together and said, we will never play with our husbands again. So my wife's in there screaming facts. So then what came up is the Hootman and I decided, okay, we'll play together at the doubles championship, and you two can play together because the Hootman and I are both pretty competitive, and that kind of maybe trickled over into our lack of encouragement for our wives in Virginia. But look, you're making a face. What does that mean? No comment? All right. So you and the wife are going to play together, and me and the Hootman are going to play together. But tomorrow you got your work cut out for you. You got to dig your way back. So good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
We will be watching. Get your nickname together so we know what to put on next time you're on here.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
With all else, have fun tomorrow, and good luck. And if you can help me get Rosie lined up to come on next, please.
Okay.
Thanks, dear. See ya.
See ya.
Bye. All right, guys. That was Joy Hooter, sitting in second place in the women's division, currently 5 back of Rosie Mamacita. So we're going to get her on here next and chat with her about her leading the way here in the women's division at the Texas Two-Step Open, and looking forward to hear about her round. She also, much like Island Hopper, at the last event of last year at the San Diego Open, she led that event most of the way, played fantastic, ended up losing in a playoff to Cup of Tea. But again, her game is right there at the top of the women's division, and she is going to be a force to be reckoned with in 2026 as well. So if she is ready, can't tell if she's ready or not, but we will get ready and bring her on here. Yeah, no. All right. We got her? Also, if anybody in the Masters division is there and is interested in jumping on, I think if French is there, he's leading the Masters division, so we'd love to chat with him also. If he's available, or if Delwyn's available, the tournament director, we could wrap up with him also if he's available. But we can talk to those two people. Again, for tomorrow, these folks are facing quite the challenge with the wind and stuff going on. And let me see here if I can bring up real quick here we go. We got the women's division here. So let me bring the score up. All right, so you can see here in the women's division that they've got Rosie at -18. They've got +18. They've got Joy at +20. But that may or may not be correct because Joy told us.
Do I need to hit any buttons or anything?
Joy told us she was 5 back. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see there. But in the meantime, it looks like we've got French Scott available to chat with us. So let's bring him on real quick. Hey, welcome to WLF Unleashed, sir. How are you?
Yeah, it's great. We got to fly down from Tulsa to this great Texas weather. Delwyn's put on a great tournament, and we're having a good day today, and the best part about FlingGolf is the FlingGolf community, and
Amen.
It's an honor to be on your show.
Well, I appreciate that very much. We're trying. We're hoping to keep getting better and better, just like everybody else. But so listen, man, like I've told everybody, we watched the leaderboard all day, and there was a good part of the day. You were 1 under par today.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a good day. I think I got a little tired at the end, and I think the last 2 holes I gave Dylan a big opening, and now we're tied for a great final day.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about on the first half, the first 9. It looked to me like you got out there. You had a couple pars, then you got a birdie, and then you kind of stayed 1 under through most of the rest of the front 9. Is that correct?
Back 9 was a little bit more difficult, and also I think just the weather and the wind kind of caught up with me, and I got a little tired. So I'll do better this hopefully tomorrow.
All right. So what was the best part of your game today?
Honestly, it was playing with the others. I've always enjoyed meeting the other fling golfers, the pros, just hearing their stories, how they got into the sport. Playing today, as far as what I did best, I felt like on the practice rounds yesterday, my putting was awful, and warming up, all I did was just practice putting, and it really helped me out for the first 9 holes, actually probably the first 12.
Nice. So I know the belt buckle's on the line. So like, what's your strategy for tomorrow to try to take home the first annual Texas 2-Step Open belt buckle?
It's just to do my best. I think I'd heard some Jack Nicklaus or somebody say it's not about playing against other people. It's playing against yourself and playing against the course.
Yes, sir.
And if I can go out and have fun and just enjoy what I'm doing and do my best, I'll be a winner whether I come home with the buckle or not. But it would be fun to create a Oklahoma-Texas rivalry by taking home the first Texas belt buckle. I'm sure they'd probably it'd be fun.
That would be awesome. I would like that. So, all right. So before we let you go here, I didn't ask you at the beginning, but how did you get into fling golf? Like, what's your background? How long have you been playing? Like, what's your fling golf story?
No, that's great. I am not a traditional golfer. I bought a set of clubs and probably played 5 rounds of golf over 12 years when I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina. And just didn't want to be that guy. I was super self-conscious and didn't want to hold people up. So I didn't pursue it. And about this time last year, I saw the ESPN Skills Challenge there in Rock Hill, which was close to Charlotte where I'd lived before, and heard the story about fling golf and said, I think that might work for me. I bought a stick and gave it a try, fell in love, and it's been great ever since.
Nice. So what is your plans for fling golf moving forward? Are you going to play in other events? Are you going to kind of just play in the Texas series, or what's your plan?
No, that's great. I am going to be there at the Low Country Open, and I really hope to be at all 4 of the Pro Series events. And if we have some more regional tournaments in the Central Time Zone, in fact, I'd really like to put one together in the Tulsa area. We've been growing a great community there, probably 15 folks or more I know of that would be willing to go to a tournament in Tulsa if we did something. So hoping to do that. That's my goal for this year. Continue to promote it. I'm glad that just honored that the John and Steve allowed me to become an ambassador. And even if I didn't have that title, I'd still be an ambassador for the sport wherever I get to play. So love it and love the people that we play alongside.
No, you're doing a great job, and we appreciate everything you're doing to help promote fling golf. But I got to tell you now, if you fool around and win tomorrow, you're gonna have a target. You're gonna have a target on your back in the Low Country Open.
I know that, Jeff, and you're going to be hard to beat. So this is going to be a challenge. I was just telling my wife, I said it would be great to have a little bit of credibility showing up at the Low Country Open, but I know I've got a competition on my hands there. I just, again, want to do my best.
You got to promise me if you do win tomorrow, you got to wear the belt buckle to the Low Country Open.
Will do. I will.
All right, man. Well, listen, thank you for joining us. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Hope you and Delwyn have an epic battle tomorrow. That always makes it more fun.
It does.
We will be watching all the way tomorrow. So good luck, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. See ya. All right, guys. We are still going to try to get Mama Sita on here if we can. Hopefully, they're transitioning the mic to her right now, and we can finish up our unscheduled WLF Unleashed podcast episode coverage of the Texas Two-Step Open from Corpus Christi, Texas. Again, if you're just joining us, big day today down there. 2 scores in the men's division, significantly under par, -6 by the Texas Gunslinger Todd Naff and -5 by the Hootman Jacob Hooter. And then with Island Hopper in third. And then in the women's division, we've got Mamacita, Rosie Flores in the first position, and Joy Hooter in the second position in the women's division. And then we got a battle in the Masters division after day one. We've got French Scott and Delwyn O'Kelly sitting at +7 each. They're tied at the top of the leaderboard. And so tomorrow they will battle it out for the first ever belt buckle for the Texas Two-Step Open. And so it looks like that we may have lost them. So we'll give that just a second to see whether they jump back on. And if not, we appreciate everybody that has participated tonight and hung around and watched with us. And keep in mind, WLF Unleashed is going to be the first pre-major event will be March 3rd at 7 p.m. It'll be on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And we are obviously continuing to try to add other live options like Instagram Live and TikTok Live as we get this more and more figured out. And then we will have another episode of Unleashed after the major, the Low Country Open. So yeah, that's what's coming up. So guys, it looks like they have signed off, and we are not going to get the opportunity to talk to Rosie. So good luck tomorrow to those ladies that are battling out, and everybody else at the Low Country Open. And guys, thanks for tuning in. And as always, hardcore out.